All right, my brother. How are you?
Good. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good, bro, man.
How does my
What's going
audio
on?
sound?
Your audio sounds good.
Good
You,
deal.
you you froze for a second there, but
Yeah.
you're sounding very good.
You know what I did? I just shut off that live feed.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
Less
fine.
taxing on this old uh what you call it?
Yeah, I know.
Blah blah blah.
Worry
So
not, man.
yeah.
Hey, if you need to do it through the phone again, we can do it that way next week.
Well,
It's
we're
no big
beta
deal.
testing to see how this goes. So we'll see how it goes, man. Our associate producer is not going to make it tonight because he's getting his ass kicked at work.
He is getting his ass handed to him. I know the feeling because it's happening to me too.
He is.
So
Yeah, you got that new call-in thing. Was it
the
the
988 line,
988?
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it's blowing up. It's the new flavor. And
Yeah.
yeah,
I do
it's
not envy you for that, dude, at all.
hey man.
No.
Darius Munchausen is watching. How you doing? Hit the comments, Dan. You should be able to see the comments coming in.
I see him, but I don't know that I'm going to be able to
If you
comment.
look on StreamYards, I just highlighted him. That's one of the reasons why I decided to use StreamYards. If you look at the StreamYard screen, I just highlighted his mention. Hey, old brother, thanks for watching, buddy. It's good to see
Yeah,
you.
I see him. Yeah. Welcome.
I can highlight comments and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
That's
That's why I
cool.
decided
Yeah.
to go with this one. It does free me up to do a lot more. But anyway, the folks didn't sign in to hear us talk about a bunch of stuff. The folks,
Yes, they
they,
did. Bunch of
well, I
stuff.
mean, not
Absolutely, they
about the
did.
backstage stuff. They didn't sign in for all that stuff, man.
That's bonus
To
coverage.
they want to see
Woohoo!
they want to see what's going on in the world, man, and what we
Well, what
got.
is going on in the world,
Well,
man?
that's what we're fixing to find out. First thing we got to do is check out the. Well, I think Al's got a question for us.
What do we got?
Well, Al, I'll tell you what we got. We got the top of the heap, baby.
Mm,
That's all them
top of the heap.
things, you know, all them things that are big in the news that people are talking about, you know.
No
And
doubt.
yeah, we got to get to it, man. We got to get to it. The
A lot
first one
going
we
on in
got
the
to
world,
talk
that's for
about tonight.
sure.
First one we got to talk about tonight. Now remember, we're covering the whole week now, guys. Uh, Mister Xi Jinping, old honeypot there. What's the one that he can't stand being compared to? Oh God, Winnie the Pooh. Yeah,
A
or is
human
that the guy in
being
China? I can't remember. I can't keep track of these guys, man. But anyway, North Korea threatens nuclear strike on the U.S.
and Israel, I believe. No, no, no. That's Iraq is threatening that. They said they can strike us as well.
Wow.
Israel and the United States. Look, I mean, you get weak leadership in the White House, and you and I are well over 50, and this is proven out every time. When you get some kind of not strong leadership, you're going to get these wackadoos just start rearing their ugly heads, right? And start threatening the world at large. And this is what happens. So
Yep.
here he goes
There's
again. You didn't hear shit from him for 4 years under the previous administration. And then, he tried to kick up dust a little bit at the start, but he got shut down pretty quick. But now look at him. He's
yeah.
going to threaten the world with
Oh
nuclear
yeah. They
weapons.
always get ballsy like that, don't they?
Look, I'm
Especially
telling you,
when
these guys,
nobody's paying attention to him. That's why he's doing it.
exactly. And they get bored, right? They see other world leaders doing their thing, and I'm like, what can I do to one up them? You know?
Yeah. It's so silly, man.
I mean,
It's
it's
silly.
children and their toys, right? You and I have to go to work every day. We can't be bothered with trying to rule the world. So these guys, well, they're no attention to for us, man. So let's go ahead and threaten nuclear strike.
Whatever, homeboy.
You
Speaking
talk to
of
those regular Koreans, they don't care about that shit. They just
speaking
want
of
to
strikes,
eat.
my friend. Speaking of strikes, China conducts precision strikes in Taiwan Strait.
China
this
and
has to do,
precision. I don't know about that.
right. I don't know about all that stuff, but
You know what I mean?
China conducted precision missile strikes Thursday in waters off of Taiwan coast as part of a military exercise that have raised tensions in the region to their highest level in decades following the visit by House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Now, as much grief as I give these guys, they showed some balls and showed up and went to Taiwan.
Amen, brother. They needed
Yeah.
to do that.
They
You know,
did need to do that.
you can't sit there and let somebody throw a bunch of rhetoric in your face and not respond to that. So that was good on Pelosi. Good on
Yeah.
that administration for actually supporting Taiwan, who's an ally of ours, and we need to show that support, man. So
Yep, for sure.
there you go.
Now we did. I think we covered last week that China and Russia are doing military exercises together. I think that was last week we talked about that.
Yeah.
So that it's not surprising that they're saber rattling around her visit. With that exercise going on. So what you gonna do?
But buddies are running around with their toys and yada yada
man.
yada.
Yeah, it's just exactly what I was worried about, man. It's all escalating, and
well, that's what you have when you have children. These people that are in power, that they've been there forever, their reality is so skewed, man. And I mean, the things that they do, I think, out of sheer boredom, it's scary.
Yeah. It's kind of like what we've talked about with athletes before. They don't live in the same reality we do.
No.
I keep going back to that Kerry Collins story that I saw when he was in the Super Bowl against the Ravens. Whenever he said, yeah, my wife was the first person that ever told me no. And he was a full-blown adult and played for 2 NFL teams by that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those guys and girls live in these bubbles, and they're told daily that they are the best at what they do. And yes. And so, yeah, when reality hits them in the face, they're like, what? Wait a minute. Yeah. So,
yeah.
And these world leaders are much the same. I mean, they don't listen to anybody. They advisors. Who's going to listen to somebody that's been in power for 20, 30 years? I mean, it's like the people in Washington or at your state.
It just popped into my mind, man. Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon just popped into my head when you said that.
There you go.
The decline of wrestling is because a guy doesn't listen to people anymore because he's so powerful. Yep. Well, let's see what else we got in top of the heap here. Russia running out of steam in Ukraine. UK spy chief says, okay, this is
an interesting story.
Yeah, no doubt.
If it's true, it could be rhetoric. It could be, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Who knows?
Could be anything as far as we know.
Sure.
Let's take a look. Tweet from the Ministry of Defense of the UK. Wow, I can't believe they letting these people tweet. That's ridiculous. The Kremlin is growing desperate. Well, this is a propaganda tweet then.
Yep.
The Kremlin is growing desperate. Russia has lost tens of thousands of soldiers and is using Soviet-era weapons. What? Wow. Really?
Now, again, that could be rhetoric.
Outdated missiles are killing and injuring innocent Ukrainians. Russia won't win this unjust war. The UK continues to stand with Ukraine. Okay, well, that's a propaganda.
Are they just
tweet.
pushing buttons and just hoping these missiles will go wherever they go?
Right. What the heck?
Let's see what this does.
Yeah. What the hell, man? That's crazy. The fact
you got the milkman, he's out delivering the milk, and bam, he gets hit with a freaking stray missile. That's awesome.
Well, the thing that drives me nuts about that kind of story right there is, first of all, why is the Defense Ministry of the UK tweeting?
Why are you gay?
What? I mean, it's just, I mean,
it's dangerous. Your obsession with me.
Right?
Seriously, Lana, call Kenny Loggins because you're in the danger zone. From top.
It's just, yeah, I don't get it, man. Okay.
Just real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
We're sporting the Grail today.
The Grail? Oh,
Father Zach Wild, the bullseye.
that's the Zach
Yeah,
Wild
but
one. Yeah.
that's it,
Okay.
man.
Very
Got
cool.
the active EMGs on there. That's kick ass.
Very nice,
Continue,
man.
sir. Had to throw that out there.
Oh, I'm glad you did. I didn't ask you at the beginning of the show. My bad for not asking. Hang
That
on
is
a second.
all right, man. We
I'm
are
kind of
winging a prayer.
negotiating my ring light here, so I'm having to go around it a couple of ways here. Let's see. Because I had to
Not the
move it.
ring light.
Yeah, the ring light.
Jim's
Okay,
got one of
let's see
those
what we
big
got
old
here,
donut-looking
man.
things. What do I
Prince
got?
Charles accepted 1 million
Of course
pounds
he did.
from family of Osama bin Laden. Reports
Of course he
claim. Now, do you remember the first thing I said when you sent me this story?
Something about
Something
I don't
about
know.
inbreeding.
Inbreeding. Yes.
Yikes, man.
Something
Yikes.
along
What
those
do you
lines. I mean,
expect
look
from
at
this
this guy right
inbred
here.
silly son of a gun? Yeah.
Again, his reality is, what does he care? What does he care if this is plastered all over the place? He don't care. You don't answer to anybody. Royal family. Give me a break. Give me a break. People
Oh,
just,
man.
they just break their necks to watch what these people are doing. Those are a bunch of freaking wackadoos, man. Yeah, inbreds. There you go.
The Prince of Wales received a $1 million donation. Hang on, let me check my chat. Small Time Republic. Hey, how you doing, man? He's saying hi to us. Small Time
What's going
Republic,
on,
man.
small
He's another
time
one
republic?
that I watch on here. Yeah, he's a great guy. Good to see you, brother. Thanks for watching. Yeah, we're discussing the top of the heap, the news of the day. This is all from this week. The Prince of Wales received a $1 million donation from his charity from the relatives of Osama bin Laden, according to a report. Prince Charles, 73, is said to have held a private meeting with Bakir, 76, at Clarence House in London on the 30th of October 2013, 2 years after Osama bin Laden was shot dead by U.S. Special Forces at a compound near Islamabad in Pakistan, according to the newspaper. Wow, man. Wow. Just unbelievable that this kind of stuff goes on, bro.
Okay,
This
so
is
what's going to
just
happen now? Now that this story is broke, what's going to happen?
nothing. He's part of the
Zero.
royal family.
That's
Zero.
right.
Nothing.
Nothing. Nada.
Nothing is going to happen to that guy.
He's going to go to
Right.
whoever has anything to say about it.
Right. Give him the old English FU, right? Give him one of these, right? Get some.
I mean, what's going to happen? Nothing.
Because you know what he's thinking in his weird mind.
To be the man, you gotta beat the man.
I mean,
Wait.
He's the man as far as he's concerned.
To be the
Just
man, you got to
crazy,
beat the man, and you're never going to beat the man when
No,
you
you're
are
never going to beat the man.
the man.
You know what we didn't check into? Who won? Anybody in the chat, if they know who won Ric Flair's last match, I guarantee you it was Ric Flair. But anyway,
When was that?
we might have to check into that. I'll check into it here in a second. You might grab your phone and look into it, man. Grab your phone and see if you can find
When was that? Was that Thursday
it. It
night?
was Sunday.
Or
It was
tonight?
Sunday,
Sunday?
the 31st.
Sunday?
Yep. Our next story, boys and girls, I kind of like. Sometimes they do things I like, Sometimes they
What?
do.
What?
The U.S. kills Al-Qaeda chief in Afghan drone strike.
Oh, by the way, Flair and whoever his Andrade picked up the victory.
Andrade? Andrade wrestled with him? Oh,
picked up
that's
the
his
victory.
son-in-law.
Yeah.
His daughter Charlotte's married to him. Married to that guy.
Of course, Space Mountain went out in a bloody pulp, as he always does. But, I mean, just a mask of crimson.
You know why that is? You know why that is, bro?
To be the
He's Space
man,
Mountain, dude.
you gotta beat the man.
No doubt about it. No
You
doubt
gotta
about it.
beat the man.
Of course he won it. But from what I hear, I listened to the wrestling news the next day. It needed to be his last match. Yeah.
The dude's
from what I-
70-something years old.
Come on, man. What are you doing? What are you doing? 73 years old. What are you doing in the ring? Okay. This story
Paying
here.
bills, brother. Paying bills.
Right? Paying the bills. This story here, U.S. kills Al-Qaeda chief in Afghan drone strike. United States drone strike killed Al-Qaeda chief Aman al-Zawahiri. Zawahiri?
Killed
Hula
Ahmad
hula?
Rashad? You got to be
Yeah,
shitting
something
me.
like that, man.
That
At a
guy was a
hideout in
great wide
Kabul.
receiver, dude. How you gonna drone strike one of the Vikings' greatest wide receivers? That's
What the hell?
bullshit, bro.
What kills me is this
I'm telling you, this
this
administration is
vision
way
of
off the reservation, dude.
this vision of him right here. You know, what in the
Yeah,
hell?
Sleepy Joe.
Yeah. President Joe Biden said Monday, declaring justice had been delivered to the families of the 9/11 attacks.
Injustices.
Okay, the injustices have been injustified. Yeah, okay.
We can all go home now.
We can all go home now. I think he did that the first year he was there, though. Boy, my daughter was upset by that. Let me tell you what, man. She was upset by that big time, the way they did that. Okay, this is one that was brought to us by our associate producer who is languishing away in the salt mines of Hydration Source as we speak.
Taking a beating tonight.
Taking a
man.
beating right now. Looks like
no doubt.
The evil trinity here is trying to come up with their own currency. U.S., China, BRICS plan new international reserve currency. During the last month, the West has been struggling with red-hot inflation and energy prices skyrocketing higher. Politicians in the UK, Europe, and the U.S. have been trying to blame the economic calamity on a number of things like the Ukraine-Russian war and COVID-19. Data from last month's consumer prices, American and Europe, have climbed to all-time highs. And many analysts say Western countries are in a recession or about to experience one.
No, we're not.
Meanwhile, at the end of June, members of BRICS nations met at the 14th BRICS summit to discuss world affairs. And there they decided they were going to try and come up with a new currency. We're talking Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa.
They're going to start using Skittles as currency.
Is that what they're going to do, Dan?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Look, this administration has said we are not in a recession. Okay? I know we had 2 quarters of fucking, downturn in the GDP, but we're redefining that now. Okay? I think it's going to be like 2 years you have to be in decline to get a recession. So,
man.
Worry not.
I hear you. Let me see.
If I say it's not true, eventually it won't be true.
Eventually it won't be true, right?
That's right.
Now,
just keep saying it.
That doesn't shock me at all that they're trying to come up with their own currency. I mean, battle lines are being drawn, man. If you really think about it, every world war we've ever had has started over economics, dude. It has started over resources and stuff. So that's not. I mean, it's. I hate to see it. I've been saying
Brazil and India. What the fuck?
That's what it said. Yeah.
I was surprised by those two when I read this. I believe I was the one that sent this in. I'm like, what in the, Russia and China, whatever. South Africa too. You know what?
Yeah, South Africa's shocking to me too. Yeah.
India, Brazil, South Africa. Whatever, man. I don't get it. Because we do a lot of business with them. We outsource a lot of our. The jobs Americans could be doing, we outsource to India, right? Big outsource country right there.
Yep.
And so there you go. Et tu, India.
Et tu. Once more onto the
they're
breach.
fighting on that border with China all the time.
Yep.
Whatever, man. Who cares?
Hey,
what
Dan.
happens. Weakness in the White House.
Dan, look.
Si, senor.
Nothing to see
here. Nothing to see here.
All right. Next one we got here. And let's see. No trained specialists Russian Marines refusing to fight in Ukraine and could decrease combat potential. Okay,
Yeah, I
this is
found
the
this one
second
interesting as well.
article saying that this
Treason.
war is beating on the Russians.
Yeah.
It's beating on them badly. And
Well, and again, is it propaganda? Is it real? I mean, there's smoke.
and we don't know that.
Yeah.
We do not know that.
But that would be interesting if they do have people quitting in droves, laying down their arms, and then your special ops groups not wanting to go. And I mean, that's your fangs right there. These guys do a lot of covert stuff to weaken leadership and weaken supply lines, things of that nature. And if they're not willing to go, then you got a real problem there.
Yeah, I know.
If you believe what you read,
right. And I find it hard to believe they're still using Soviet era weapons. I mean, we still use the B-52 because they've never been able to replace it. They've never come up with anything that can do the job it does.
Yeah.
I mean, but
the buff
we've always upgraded the tanks and whatnot. I mean, we've always done that.
Well, we have other bombers too. I mean, we've got other stealth bombers. We've got other new age bombers. That's no doubt. But the buff is still active. It's like the A-10. That sucker's still active, man, because that is a weapon of war that they just. I mean, it does a unique thing that no other planes can do.
That's it. Yeah. Oh, dude, being in the Army, that's our favorite plane. That's the that's the angels on our shoulders right there, baby. Those are the tank killers. Hell yeah, come get some. That's it, baby. Those things are slow as hell. They turn on a dime, and they're perfect for ground cover, man. They're awesome. All right, let's get a little domestic here. Let's come back to the U.S.
Bobby Joe just signed on.
Hey, what's going on, young lady? How you doing? What up, homies? She's calling her dad a homie. I love it. How you doing, Bobby? It's good to see you. This one here is the left-leaning House.
We deserve to be safe.
Americans deserve to be safe, and passes a gun ban that has little chance in the Senate. Yeah. Sorry,
deserve to be safe,
that's
so
not
going
to happen. That's not going to happen. My dad, my uncle are my homies, she says. My dad, my uncle are my homies.
I sure wish I could respond on this chat. But I'll figure something out.
It's okay. But hey, man, we'll figure it out. But yeah, this right here, I kind of had to laugh at it because they're absolutely correct. There is no way that's passing in the Senate. There's no way in hell. But you never can put it past these guys. They've been wanting to take our guns away for a long, long time.
No, I think they do some of these things just to whip up support and whip up funding, for whatever pet projects they are, because they're gonna float these up here in the news and get a spotlight on. Look, this is the fight we tried to fight, and so they're gonna get support from their base.
Well, they know the economy's tanked, and they know that this guy's approval rating is in the toilet right now.
The economy has not tanked. We are not in a recession.
Whatever, bro. If we're not in a recession, how come Joe Biden's trying to buy votes?
Stop with your rhetoric.
Small Town Republic says, "Hey, Bobby Joe, what's going on? How you doing?" Yeah, Mr. Sleepy Joe Bribham, as I like to call him.
Sneaky fourth stimulus check.
Sneaky fourth stimulus check. Yeah, man. The stimulus check comeback is here. Biden gives the money state right to the stimulus checks. Yeah. While the federal government has long abandoned the possibility of fourth stimulus check, there is still one way that the federal government is providing much needed cash to millions of American families during the time of record inflation. States giving unofficial fourth stimulus check. Yeah.
Okay. Where's all this money coming from they're giving away?
From you and me.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. My man says A recession no longer self-identifies as 2 months
Exactly.
of negative
Exactly.
GDP. What a load of
Exactly.
crap. No longer self-identifies.
Not self-identifying, man.
So, man,
It's like, look, I'm not a recession.
I am not a recession.
I know before I was a recession, but I am not now.
I am not now a recession.
So
Okay.
don't
Look,
panic.
look.
Please disperse. Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here.
It's
The
just
economy
crazy.
behind me is going in the shitter, but
Nothing to see here. Yeah. Yep. 2 quarters. And no, we don't self-identify. I like that. That's great. Small time republic. That's awesome. All right. Let's look at let's check in on you want to talk about guns? Let's check in on Chicago. What's going on here?
Look,
Chicago
man, this is
prosecutor
another interesting
resigns.
story that I sent over. That's interesting.
I have zero confidence in leadership. A top Cook County prosecutor resigns this week, saying he can't continue to work for an administration I don't respect. Oh my God! Assistant
Hey,
Cook, hang on. Assistant Cook County State's Attorney Jim Murphy stepped down Friday after 25 years of service, explaining that he could no longer work under Cook County State's Attorney Kim Fox, who he said is more concerned with political narratives and agendas than with victims and prosecuting violent crime, adding that this is why I can't stay any longer. Wow.
yeah, yep.
Wow. 25 years of service and the guy is done.
That's it, man.
Unbelievable. Wow.
And he'll be a footnote in Chicago, man, because they'll just keep that machine will keep on rolling, man.
Oh, yeah. Well, ever
They've
since
been
the
doing
Capone
business like
days,
that.
that's
It's
been the
like,
most corrupt city in America. So
I mean, hey, look,
we might,
our capital there in Baton Rouge is not too far behind that, man.
no, as a state, we're the most corrupt, but yeah,
As a collective,
as a collective,
no
we
one
are
beats
number
us.
one, no doubt.
That's
The
how
only
we
one that
do
comes
it.
close is the place of your birth, Mississippi. But you got to give it to Louisiana, though. They're out in front with it. They
Oh,
let you know
yeah.
right away. If
I mean,
anybody didn't know that Edwin Edwards was corrupt, they were asleep.
and they didn't care. I mean, well, at least
Right.
he let you know what he's doing. Well, he's robbing us blind. Ah,
Right.
but he means well. What?
Right.
All right, then.
What in the hell? All right. Let's check this one out. This is what's going on with the Kentucky flooding. That death toll went up. I think
Yeah,
last week
man.
when we first reported it was 20. It's up to 37 as
Yeah.
of when was this? The 1st. So what was that? Monday, I think. Yeah, today's the 4th.
Yeah.
So they're having a hard time. I'm not sure. I haven't checked in on this since we added it, but hopefully it didn't go any higher. And I feel for those folks. We're in a flood-prone state, so we know all about it. But that place isn't used to it. And
No, they got hit with that. Just
yeah,
an
they did.
exorbitant amount of water in a very short period of time, and they just got
Prayers are going out
overwhelmed.
to those folks.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Shoot.
Let's see. My man,
Sad, sad,
Small Time
sad.
Republic says I live in coastal Alabama, so not far from you guys, I guess. Yeah, you're not. Danny is in Texas, and I am in the northern part of Louisiana. I'm up around Barksdale Air Force Base, where I'm at. Okay, so let's see what else we got here.
What do we got?
I'm fixing to take a look. Let me see. Yeah, I think we're ready to move on. What do you think, Dan?
Yeah, let's move on, dude.
I mean, unless
Keep things
you want to give
moving.
unless you want to give out your special award, because your favorite guy, the text message story. Do you want to make it, because you never did tell me who was going to win it this week?
You
wanna
know, you
make him
could
the
do
winner?
that. what do we call him? The
I'm
the
not sure.
Otis POTUS first.
No, actually,
child
this is the
edition?
son. This is the son.
Otis POTUS first child edition.
Well, boys and girls,
He is the
this is the
gift that
part.
keeps on giving.
This is the part of the show where Danny gives out an award, and now that we're on StreamYards, we can give you an
There it
alert
is.
before we hit it.
There it is.
Boys
it
and
is.
girls, this is the Simple
ready.
Jack Award winner for this week.
The
And if
SJA
you're wondering
goes
who
to
Simple Jack is, he's the guy. He's the guy in that movie, you know, from a while back that's trying to do some good things, but he just can't get it done. You know, he tries and he tries. And this week, that special person is Hunter
Look at that look
Biden
he's got.
once again. And he's got the perfect look on his face, isn't he?
Kinda looks like
Shocking
Ben
text
Stiller right
messages
there, doesn't
show
he?
Hunter Biden threatening drug dealer over $1,200 drug deal days before detox treatment.
Don't make me call the big guy. I'll get you nuked. Now give me my fucking crack, bro.
You know what he's saying.
Classic rando.
I mean, look at I mean, the guy's just
yeah,
something else,
man. Come on, dude.
mean, he's
This
just
guy
buck
right
wild.
here. Come on. What is up with Hunter, man? He just can't get out of his own way, man.
Oh, he's out of control. He's another one of these guys that's been told yes his whole life. He's riding on his dad's coattails all the way. And then the guy's, I mean, he is way out there taking a crap in the wind, man. I mean, he's out of control.
You know. Is there anything
2 days
else?
before detox
2
treatment.
days before detox treatment.
That's what's up, man.
I mean, is there anything else we could say about this guy?
That's all
Is
I have
there?
to say about that.
Never go full retard.
And he goes full retard every other damn week,
Never
Dan.
go full retard.
Every other damn week. He does.
Oh, he's all about it. He's all
He is
about it.
all about. Oh, well, hang on.
Unapologetically all about it.
We may have to give out. Hang on. Wait a minute. Now that I'm looking at this, you know,
Wait a minute.
I've been busy this week. So, you know, we might have a dual award
Wait a minute.
in the same family. No, we can't give it out twice. Can't give it out twice.
You
But
can
it
give it
sure
out. We
looks
give it out
bad
as
on
many
this
times
guy.
as we want to.
Sure looks bad on this guy.
Here we go.
He tests he tests positive for COVID again. Again, man. Again. And that video's not on here. Damn it. I'm gonna have
He
to
is
remind
just-
me after the show. I gotta upload these videos.
Hey, after this show, you got to upload these videos.
Yeah, man. The again video isn't there. But yeah, he's got it again,
This
man.
Poor bastard.
He's got COVID again. So are we gonna give a dual award this week? We're gonna give dual award?
We can do it. We can definitely do it.
The Bidens?
The
you
Bidens,
know-
Otis
you know what?
POTUS, and First Child Edition.
Oh my God.
I
All
love
we
the
can
Otis
do
POTUS
is remind them. We just got to remind them, Dan.
Never go full
Just
retard.
remind 'em.
And they do. They go full retard every damn time, bro. Every time.
Every day, every minute of the day.
All right, it's time to move
Going
on
full
from that
retard.
crap and start talking about some fun stuff, man.
Let's keep
It's time
things
for the
moving.
Flix. It is time for the
Oh,
Flix.
I
my brother.
love seeing old Luke get his freaking hand whacked off.
You know it, bro.
Nice
It is
pops.
awesome. It is awesome. And let me see. Let me find the right one to start with. Oh, actually, no. Look at this. I am messing up, dude. I am messing up. I wasn't ready
No.
to produce this week. I skipped a section.
No.
We've got to go back. We've got to go back. We've got to go
To
back
the Jock
to
Strap, right?
another set of millionaires that don't play by
That's
the
what's
rules.
up, man.
We got to go back to the Jock Strap, bro. Yep. The Jock Strap.
In the face. In the face. Look at that jumper. That's what I'm talking about. In the face.
Hang on, you got to check this chat
In the
out
face.
by Small Time Republic, brother. He says, "Have Hunter or Joe ever worked a day in their life?"
No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Well,
Absolutely not. As is
uh,
most of those politicians up there in state and federal level, and they passing these laws to govern us, and they don't even live in our world. They haven't worked a day in their life. They don't know what it's like out here. That's why
yeah,
they have no problem sending out a fourth stimulus check. It's not their money. They don't give
right.
a shit.
Well,
That's all I have to say about that.
oh man, you're gonna make me do it again. You can't do this
Never
to
go
me.
full retard. Never go full retard. Never.
Who retard?
Okay, so the next one we got now uh is the Jock Strap, and that is those crazy ass millionaires. And
Oh
here
my
we go.
goodness.
Our girl got sentenced to 9 years. Griner, the one, the one that decided that the laws didn't apply to her and decided to take some weed with her. I guess is that what it's all about?
She had some vape, right? I think it was hashish vape. I guess her
Mm-hmm.
doctor said it prescribed it for, medicine, which a lot
A
of athletes do
previous
take
a
that.
previous Simple Jack Award winner.
Yes,
Uh,
no doubt.
yes.
She threw herself at the mercy of the court, man, and the court was unimpressed. I mean, she pled guilty.
Oh
She
my
was
God.
totally contrite. Yeah, she was totally contrite. She said she didn't really fully understand, and she was totally sorry for embarrassing all just groups of people in the town and Russia and blah blah blah. And the freaking judge goes, "That's nice. 9 years,
Danny, my daughter is killing it in the chat. She's like, free
free
Britney.
Britney." Yeah, she got hammered.
Punishment
She really
didn't
did.
match the crime, Bobby's saying.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
it was a very small amount, and she got.
Yeah.
It
9
was
years.
almost
Well,
like
you
she
know
got.
why that's happening. We're not getting along right now.
Well,
So
yeah,
they're going to
and she's
put the
been going
screws to
over
a
there
U.S.
since like
citizen.
2016. So somebody was
Mhm.
waiting for her. They knew that she carried, and that's my opinion,
Yeah.
because she's been going over there for 6 years playing in their league.
Yeah.
And then they pick now to really go through her luggage. Yeah,
Yeah, it's political.
she
It's
got caught up,
completely
man.
it's
She got caught up.
completely political. All
What
right,
is her
let's see what.
responsibility? Don't bring freaking drugs with you.
Yep. Hang on. We don't need that story. Okay. All right. Let's see what's next
LeBron
here.
James, what's he
Instagram
all
model
about?
hints at exposing DMs from LeBron James after he
Mm,
looked at her story. What? What is this shit all about?
LeBron James being a creep.
The other day, an Instagram model who bears a striking resemblance to Kim Kardashian accused Los Angeles Lakers superstar LeBron James of creeping on her account.
Somebody has to educate me on what that actually means.
What does that mean? I'm an old goof. I
Yeah,
don't
I
know
mean, I
either.
really need to know what that actually
Small Time
means.
Republic is saying Trump would have been able to make a deal to get Griner home. That's what he's saying.
With
Trump
the
would have been able to
quickness.
make a deal.
With
Yep.
the quickness.
Yep.
That shit wouldn't have happened in the first place, because Russia wouldn't have been invading Ukraine in the first place, and we wouldn't have had these kind of hostilities. But
Yeah.
that's not what happened. So this is what happens.
Hmm.
It's like
Well,
the
yeah.
Carter
Apparently,
administration all
LeBron
over
James
again.
likes to follow people in a creepy way on
This is not
Instagram. I
cool, man.
guess something like
It's not
that.
cool, man.
It's not
It's not
cool,
cool.
man. It's not cool at all.
What's wrong with you,
All
bro?
right. What's wrong with you? Oh boy. Yeah, here you go, Dan. Here's a couple more millionaires that need their head examined. But if you guys don't know, we've been covering the Deshaun Watson story, and oh shoot, when we first reported it, there was he settled 21 of the 24 cases against him. When he said up and down, he did nothing wrong and he wasn't going to settle for anything. Then the NFL put it before an independent judge, and she came down with a ruling with a 6-day suspension, and she did that
6-game
based on
suspension.
6-game suspension.
Okay.
She did that based on, excuse me, based on previous things that happened in the league and what other players had gotten for non-violent offenses, which that's what they're calling this, is a non-violent offense. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I got a lump in my throat. Deshaun Watson's legal team will reportedly bring up Ben Roethlisberger's sexual assault allegations during NFL's suspension appeal. Now, what this has to do with, like I said, the judge, in this case, Sue Robinson, came down with a 6-game suspension, and the NFL is looking to increase it, and they're going to appeal the decision. And Jeff Darlington's reporting, I'm told NFL is appealing for an indefinite suspension, which would mean the whole season. That would be a minimum of 1 year, but perhaps more significant given the structure of Watson's contract. Source tells me that NFL's appeal will also include a monetary fine. Money is now a significant part of the equation. And basically, Watson's team will apparently bring up Ben Roethlisberger's sexual assault accusation in 2010, in which he got a 6-game suspension reduced to 4 games, according to NFL insider Josina Anderson. So that's what's going on with that. The appeal process is about to begin in his little case there. I told you,
mistreat women and you get a 6-game suspension, probably going to get knocked down to 4.
Yeah.
I mean, the NFL is way out of bounds here. Way out of bounds. Number one, I mean, has it finished the legal process? I'm not talking about the NFL. I'm talking about his legal process in the world, in the court system.
The only legal process going on right now is civil, and no, 3 of the suits have not.
See, the NFL
it's
is
civil.
jumping the gun on this.
There have been no criminal charges, none.
Okay,
whatsoever.
so it's still being worked out in the court system. So, I mean, if you're going to suspend this guy, and if you're afraid of what, you should suspend this guy for at least a year without pay. I mean, what kind of message is the NFL sending to the female viewer?
Yeah.
He's going to get the same suspension, basically, of what Tom Brady got for Deflategate.
Yeah.
So that's on par.
And people have brought that up too. They've brought that up too. Yeah.
I just looked it up. He got 4 games.
Yep.
And this is going to get knocked down.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the message being sent to the female audience?
Right. It's bad. That's
basically
for sure.
The same thing with Ray Rice is all over again, right? It really didn't do anything to. I mean, that guy just ruined himself. But they were slow to react, and now this time they're going to overreact. They're not going to let it work out in the court system. There's a lot of fire there, and I still believe in innocent until proven guilty. But I mean, if you're worried about protecting the shield, you separate yourself from this guy for at least a year, let it work itself out in the court system. And then if he's exonerated, you bring him back.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's a shitty message to send to the female public.
Well, you know what, man? I agree with you completely.
Just my opinion.
I think he should get a year off, but that's me. And we both got daughters. You don't need to be sending that message, man. It's ridiculous. Well, let's move on from let's move on from that and move on to something that is near and dear to my heart. Great players hanging them up, man. It was announced this week that Ryan Kerrigan is officially retiring as a member of the Burgundy and Gold. And the tweet is from the Washington Commanders. Says, "Thank you for everything and congratulations on your amazing career." The Commanders.
The what?
Yes, they don't have any. It's nothing but Chiefs. No Indians there. It's the Commanders.
The Commandos?
The Commandos. They're all going commando out there. Watch it when you tackle these guys. They're commando.
That's a shame. That guy was a hell of a ball player on some
awesome.
shitty teams.
He was
for
fantastic
a long time.
on a lot of teams. Like we were talking
guy was a stud,
the other day.
real.
He reminds me a lot of a Cortez Kennedy type that stayed loyal to the franchise. And played his well.
He
this
could
is the thing
have
with him.
got paid somewhere else. That's for sure.
Oh my gosh,
Somebody would have
yes.
paid him.
And he did get paid well. I mean, they gave him good contracts in Washington, but never had a sniff of a championship. This guy,
Never.
and he is a JJ Watt level player that was somebody that, unlike Watt, wasn't made of glass. He was durable. He was reliable.
the
He
guy
was there
that
every
was
year
a
for him.
lunch
So,
pail guy, went to work
Mhm.
every day and just punched in the clock and man went to work.
these
guy
guys are
played.
the guys
Awesome
that
player.
I enjoy watching. You know, those are
Yeah.
the guys that I enjoy watching. Guys like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, we got a few chats here. Let's see. The only reason Ray
Chris
Rice.
hating on the Skins.
Hang on. No, Small Time Republic says the only reason why Ray Rice got in trouble is because of the camera. Yeah, on camera. Yep. Chris says they overreacted with Zeke. Yeah, he's talking about the NFL suspension of his boy Ezekiel Elliott. And
Who's that?
Small Time Republic's hollering the
Didn't
Skins.
Ezekiel Elliott retire like 3 years ago? I haven't seen him doing a whole lot of anything. Got that big contract, and I think he retired. Actually, yeah.
Well, no.
Zeke.
No.
He should call him
and
Zero.
I'm sorry, Chris. I can't put that one up that you put up. He's calling them the foreskins.
I
But
know.
anyway, let's see.
That's a true Cowboy
man.
fan right
Oh
there. He's
man,
hating on
Chris
them.
is about to get started with Small Time Republic. I think that would bring a whole new meaning to getting cut from the team if they call them the foreskins. About as much as your ain'ts, he says. Uh-oh, look out.
That's fine.
All right.
That doesn't hurt
But
me
yeah,
at all, man.
no matter who you
Me at all.
root for, if you weren't a Ryan Kerrigan fan, that you didn't like good football, because the guy was great. He was a fantastic player. I know Chris as much as he loves his Cowboys, I know he did not enjoy seeing that guy on the field for sure, in any way, shape, or form, because he delivered, man. The guy was great.
doubt.
Okay, let's see what we got next here. Oh yeah, Danny brought me this story. This is very informative. Matter of fact, Chris, what was that guy's name? Benoit, that had problems with concussions.
I see you out there,
Ended up
Chris.
wiping out his
Love
whole
you, brother.
family. Yes, you did. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
But I was asking
Yeah.
Chris, the wrestler's name.
Chris Benoit.
He's saying Chris is saying, yeah, you know I love you, Dan.
I already answered him, Joe John.
Okay,
Move
well,
on.
hey man, I'm sorry. I'm just making sure we got the response.
I got him. I saw it.
So,
I answered him live.
study finds origin of fatal degenerative brain disease (CTE). A collection of sports doctors and scientists said they found conclusive evidence that CTE is caused by successive head trauma. Neuroscientists claimed that the deadly degenerative disease observed in players and contact sports is definitely caused by constant head trauma. There's no question that there's a problem in football, that people who play football are at risk for this disease, said Dr. Ann McKee, director of Boston University CTE Center and co-author of the new study. We urgently need to find answers for not just football players, but veterans and other individuals exposed to head trauma. Now,
I guarantee you'll see the same results from a professional boxer. Going to have the same problems.
Boxers. I'm pretty sure they're finding out now that Benoit probably was suffering from this when he wiped out his whole family, the wrestler. So it's something that they need to pay attention to and start managing a little better. So sex causes head trauma. Oh my gosh. No, not quite. If I use the wrong word in here anywhere, I apologize, but I must have. He always catches me when I slip up. but yeah, that's and the NFL is doing a real good job at at least better than they have in the past. They have to go through a concussion protocol now on the sideline, and they're changing it up every year and making it more relevant. Um, and this is one of the reasons. Oh, contact sports, brother. He says contact sports. Yeah.
Well,
Well,
look, all these studies and all these reports and things like that, it really bring to light, and at least the guys and girls that go into these kind of sports go into it very well educated, and still it's their choice to play these
right.
gladiator type
Guys know
sports,
what they're
but at
getting
least
into.
you know what
Yes.
you're getting into, so that's
Mhm.
good, So,
Yeah.
and maybe they can come, with some better equipment, but it starts at the, Pop Warner League when they teach proper technique when you're tackling, when you're blocking, keep your
Yeah.
head up, see what you're hitting,
Yeah.
instead of dropping your head and trying to make ESPN's freaking jacked up video.
Yeah.
I mean, you
I
hit
mean,
with the
we've
crown of
talked
your
about
head,
that
you're gonna get
several
hurt.
times, and Danny knows what he's talking about because he was a linebacker in middle school, and his football career ended early because he was one of
I
those
had bad
guys.
technique.
He had bad technique, and
Bad technique.
he fractured his neck, and
Yep.
doctor said you're done.
Yep.
So,
Bad technique.
and Chris is agreeing with you in the chat. He said, Dan, exactly. Yeah, and we've talked about this before. You know, that's what it takes. You've got. I really, they've got coaches. Why these guys want to do that? I don't understand. You really need to pay attention, guys, and see what you hit
Yeah.
because you're gonna last 10 times as long in your lifetime.
Yeah.
Period. If you
Yeah.
do that, and we've said this before. Look, the hardest hitters I ever saw were Ronnie Lott and Ray Lewis, and they
Mhm.
never ducked their head.
Do you
They
look at
put their
the old
they put
films of
their
Dick
shoulder
Butkus and the
numbers on the
stapling?
numbers of the guy in front of them,
Mhm.
and the results were nasty. But you know what? Both of them walked away. You
And
know,
they brought their arms with them.
yeah,
They didn't just
they wrapped. Yeah,
it was a very compact tackling style, and they hit and they went through the number, and yeah, they had great technique.
yep.
You got hit by one of those guys, you weren't going any further. You
Now,
see some of these guys come with these big shoulders, guys bounce off of that and they just keep on going. Some
yeah,
really bad tackling is what I see nowadays. But
yeah. It's strange.
these
That's
reports will bring this to light, and again, the young athlete's going to be well informed, and if they choose to go that route, then at
yep,
least they know going in that this is the risk that they're going to be looking at,
yep.
and maybe they
And
adjust their technique accordingly. Keep your head up.
Chris says common sense tells you that you take the risk every time you step on the field. That's
Yep.
something you should know from the a very early age. Yeah, and that you're right. They need to start early with them. Uh, I don't know if Dan, were you coached to see what you hit, or were they just telling you to knock the
No,
hell out of the fool?
I
You
didn't play a
know?
lot of Pop Warner. I jumped in later on, and the guys already had technique. And my whole thing was, I put the pads on. I thought I was invincible, and I really tried to damage what I hit. And sometimes I would drop my head to
Yeah.
drive at the football. To
Hmm.
jar it loose. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's bad technique. Great players that are in the league for a long time, they don't come at you like this. They're up,
Yeah.
eyes up, good
Yep.
base, and they drive through. Ronnie Lott says you hit through,
Yeah.
the man. You don't hit
And
him
Chris,
right where he is, you drive him through. So,
yep. Chris says, "See ball, get ball." Yep.
mhm.
Yep. No doubt.
John
Okay.
Lynch, another great hitter.
Yeah.
Great hitter.
Never ducked his head. It was
Never
always
ducked
the
his head.
shoulder. The best
Yep.
hitters I've ever seen never use their head. They always use their shoulder, and they
And
just
he always
demolish
had
people.
great leverage, man.
Yep.
Because, yeah, he understood leverage. So,
Mhm.
yeah.
All right, you're gonna have to tell them about this story. I'm not a big baseball fan.
Oh,
Joey
I just threw
Gallo
this up there.
talking about how Yankees fans made his time in New York miserable is very depressing. Wow.
I think that's classic, right? Because Boston gets a lot of flack for having some hard fans.
Right.
This guy gets run out of town, uh, depressing and all. I don't know. Maybe that might be a sign of a young athlete today because they're different. Previous generations little bit tougher skin, but he got run out of town basically by the Yankee fans, so you playing these
Chris says
East,
the Yankees.
I'm telling you, Spankies.
I call them the Bankies.
The
But
Spankies is what I call them, dude. Losers,
yeah,
assholes, jerks,
right.
lower than whale shit. I could go on.
Yep.
Go on.
All right.
So, yeah,
Well,
that's how that was.
you know what, man? We got a guy here that's got questions, man. He's
We
got
got questions. What do we got?
Well, we got the Flix, baby. That's what we got. We got the Flix. And I don't have the box office breakdown. We're going to skip that this week. I don't have that one in here.
We don't get to talk about how Marvel is tanking and Disney's tanking.
But that's well, we got plenty of stories about that. I just don't have the box office breakdown.
But I tell you,
that's
who's not tanking? Maverick's not tanking.
No, Maverick's
Oscars,
not tanking.
Movie, director,
I've told
actor,
you. Look,
screenplay, boom operator, supporting cast, just clean sweep. Best movie I've seen.
It's
in
a
long
great
time.
movie.
It's the best movie ever.
Just to wrap that last story up, he said that he was traded to the Yankees from Texas and never wanted to leave Texas. Well, that could have a lot to do with his mindset, no doubt. Chris, yeah, talk about that player from for the Yankees.
Spankies.
Yeah, the Spankies. Okay, so our first story today is Supergirl. The Flash spinoff movie reportedly not moving forward. And this is the first of many stories we're going to have about a top 5 all-time movie is what Chris is saying about Top Gun. That's what he's saying about Top Gun. Top 5 all-time movie. Yeah, it was fantastic. We went and saw that together. It was fantastic. Let's see what else we got here. Small Time Republic says Top Gun Maverick is better than the original. I never thought I'd say that. Yeah, no doubt, man.
It was really
Definitely
good.
Is.
It was really good.
Fantastic movie. But what we got here, Supergirl and Flash spinoff movie reportedly not moving forward. And I think I got one. Did I get the one about? I guess I didn't get that one in there.
Which one?
The Batgirl movie's been canceled too. Yeah, there it is. Let me see if I can get it. Yeah, Batgirl movie reportedly shelved. Apparently shelved and not
wow,
releasing
or HBO Max.
Or
wow.
HBO Max. Yeah.
Clean sweep of no thank you.
Basically what's going on here, guys, is the Discovery Warner merger has put some different people in charge at Disney. And yeah, it's
not near good enough.
They are like not good enough, not near good enough. Now, what we found out was, yeah, they're saying it's an economic thing, is why they're shelving it, but sources say that the screenings for Batgirl were so bad that they decided to eat the $70 to $100 million they put into it and just get rid of it and never let it see the light of day.
Threw that
because
in the
the screenings went that bad. So I'm glad to see that. Chris says Marvel and Disney doing about as well as Will Smith's career. No doubt, man. No doubt. Oh, shoot. Let's see. Small Time Republic says the guy that took over Warner Brothers inherited a mess. Yes, and he's cleaning it up. There's other good news. I don't have an article on it, but I know for sure that they have gotten what is our man's name there?
Superman.
Ben Affleck has been brought in for reshoots to add him to Aquaman 2. They're putting Batfleck back in there. So hopefully this means they're going to lean towards bringing, I'm not saying bringing back the Snyderverse necessarily, but hey, let's get the guys that people have liked. They've liked Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. They've liked Henry Cavill as Superman. They've liked Ben Affleck as Batman.
I tell you, I like the guy that played the Flash, but man, what a wackadoo he turned out to be.
they've got to cut bait with that guy, man. It's too
He
much
was
bad
good
press.
as the Flash, though, man. But boy,
Yeah,
woo,
it's goofy
he
as
is a
shit.
dumpster fire for real, man.
But anyway, well, guess
Wackadoo.
what? Not to be not to be left out in the rain. Okay, not to be
Okay.
left out in the rain. Yeah, boy. One of my brother's favorite actors, Sylvester Stallone, is
That's
entering.
my dude right there.
He is entering the superhero genre. Now I can't play sound with this, guys, and I have to pause the video every once in a while. But you see him here. This has the flavor to me of a kind of Unbreakable type scenario. This guy is a dumpster diver who secretly it's called The Samaritan. Go check that out on the Amazon YouTube channel. Glad to see Stallone's throwing his hat in the ring in that endeavor there.
Yeah.
Let's see. Next up, we got somebody that is actually from the part of the country that our family's from. Stephen King from up there.
Yeah, who submitted this story, man? What is this one all about?
Stephen King testifies for government in books merger trial. And
he testified for the government?
Didn't break any legal ground
I'm not buying another
on the
book
stand Tuesday as he testified against, what'd you say, man?
He's testifying for the government?
Against his own publisher. Yes.
If he's testifying for the government, I'll never buy another book he does.
Against his own publisher.
Hell yeah.
Efforts to merge with Penguin Random House. It was about a merger. But he did know how to please a crowd and even get the judge to thank him for his time. Yeah, he was speaking out against the merger.
What?
He testified for the government in blocking the merger. Yeah.
He's a real douche. That's
Let's see. Small Time Republic says he took the stand against his publisher.
Yeah.
He took the stand against his
publisher that made him a lot of freaking money.
That's
what's up, man.
Look out.
Thanks, but thanks for nothing. What have you done for me lately? Government stool pigeon. There you go, man.
Right.
Way to go,
Steve.
Hell,
man. Way to go, Steve. All right, man. Let's see what else we got today. Hang on. Wow, I didn't plan on doing this today. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Oh yeah, now we're getting to the comic book part, guys. Flix actually is the name of the section, but it has to do with all the media, books, comic books, music, all of that stuff. And we cover whatever we find that week. This one I thought was pretty interesting. Indie publisher Voyage Comics launches its Voyage Classics line with Book of Saints and Heroes. Indie publisher Voyage Comics launches that line in a pre-order based funding campaign, much like Indiegogo and stuff like that. It's a Catholic indie publishing house and reprints medieval tales of the saints.
Do you have to feel bad about yourself when you buy a comic?
I doubt it.
It's Catholic, right?
It's
they have to feel bad about themselves about everything.
Chris says later's DC is calling. Love you guys. Love you too, man. You take care of yourself. Thanks for watching,
take care,
brother. Appreciate you. Thanks for supporting the channel. Appreciate it. But yeah, I thought that was interesting, man.
Hell yeah.
Everybody can get into that.
Dude.
Huh?
Indie Comics is where it's at, dude.
You know it, man. And it looks like everybody's trying to get their head in there. Now, here's one more from the DC world that they just make my head spin every time they make a headline, man. Nightwing is officially richer than Batman.
Yay.
Why is this relevant?
Well, we're eventually going to get rid of Batman. You can't have that, dude out there doing these things. And yeah, you got to get rid of him.
An exclusive interview. He's 100. Let's see. Oh, let's see. An exclusive interview at the Comic-Con. Taylor was asked if Nightwing is now officially richer than Bruce Wayne Batman. 100%, Taylor said. Like by billions. Bruce is now just a lowly millionaire. Nightwing is a billionaire. The difference, I guess, is that Nightwing is not planning to keep any of it. He's giving every cent away.
Of course he is.
Well, of course. Somebody
Of
from
course he is.
Bloodhaven would do that, right? Whatever. God, man.
Give it away already and
Come
go
on,
away.
bro.
Just give it away and go away.
Look, do me a favor, guys.
Never go full retard.
Nightwing.
They're just going full retard all over the place, bro.
Nightwing. Who
They
gives
are.
a crap about
What
Nightwing?
is this? I mean, how many different versions of Robin are there? That's the character I hate the most.
But
in
there's only
comics, is that
one
guy.
version of the Bat.
That's right. There's only one version of the Bat. Now, you gave me this right here, Aftershock collection. This is
just
a
trying
bunch
to
of
bring some indie publishers
comics?
to light.
Yep.
I'm reading the Calculated Man right now, which is it started out really good,
Hang on.
and I think they just released number 2 last week.
You can go to aftercomics.com and check out their collection page. That's what we're looking at here.
Absolutely,
And you said you're into the Calculated Man right now?
the Calculated Man right now.
Okay.
Number 2 just hit the stores last week. He sees the world in a mathematical sense. Some people have compared him to the accountant. I don't see it because he doesn't have that skill set as far as the special ops skill set. He doesn't have that.
Right.
The skill set he has is he sees everything in analytics. He sees everything in numbers. He's got a perfect memory. I mean, all the way back as far as has been alive. He's got a great memory, so he understands situations and he can draw on this information, and he cannot tell a lie. He is incapable of telling a lie.
Wow.
It's an interesting story. The artwork is, I like the artwork. I think it's kick-ass. The cover art is done by the same guy that does the inside work. So, it's good.
We covered that one a couple weeks ago. The Calculated Man. He's been reading that one for a while. So check it out, man. Aftershockcomics.com. That's where you can find that stuff.
And they have their own YouTube channel, and you could go there and check out their. Yeah, I put that on our thread as well. Linked up to the. But anyway, they can go on the site, and Aftershock has its own channel.
Okay.
And, they have Q&As and updates, and it's pretty cool.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, Al just won't leave me alone.
What do we got?
We got them earthquakes, my brother. That girl trying to do her lipstick with the house shaking all over the damn place, man. We got them things that just shake things up globally, man. We got them things that just come out of nowhere.
Just out of nowhere.
What's going on?
Make it impossible to put your lipstick on.
Right? Making it impossible to put your lipstick on. Exactly.
I'm telling you, man.
What you got here? And I'm not a big fan of this guy. I mean, I love the Daily Show when he was on it, but here lately he's been sounded like he's trying to keep himself relevant. But Senate passes PACT Act, latest effort in years-long fight to help veterans exposed to toxic burn pits. Apparently, he's actually gotten helped get something done for our vets.
Somebody needs to get something done for our vets, man.
Right,
You talk about a community that's
see the
just
struggles they
left
go
to
through.
the wayside, man. They use them
It
up
took
and throw
both
them away.
Bobby and David forever to get their benefits, man. And
That's
they've
crazy.
got to
That's
fight tooth
insane.
and nail to get them, man. It's
That's
ridiculous.
insane. We ask these people to go over there and risk their lives for our freedom, and then when it's time to take care of them, they act like they don't fucking exist. And that's it's un-American, is what it is.
Yep, it is.
And the machine doesn't care because they're all living there. They benefit, and they don't care. They don't care, man. It's a shame. That's good. That's a good article.
but the toxic
see.
burn pit thing there, it says here Jon Stewart gives explosive response to GOP senators who blocked veterans health bill. Comedian and veterans advocate Jon Stewart said, I'm used to it all, but I'm not used to cruelty," after packed bill failed to pass in Senate. So looks like they finally got it done. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yes,
I'm glad to see that, some of his activism is going to the good. So sometimes he comes off sounding like a crazy person. But oh, there's Aunt Kay, man. She said, "Hey, great seeing you."
hello, Kay.
Let's see.
Love
Here
you.
we go.
Mwah.
Small Time Republic says the PACT Act didn't initially pass because the Dems put but a slush fund in it that is not earmarked for anything specific. Okay. Well, that's hey, I'm just glad to see it pass. I hate the fact they have to put earmarks on everything to get something to pass, but this is important. This is definitely important. Hey, Aunt Kay, it's good to see you. We love you.
Yeah, there shouldn't be any earmarks. I mean, it should be they need this. We need to give them this. We're
Yeah,
so
I know
willing
that.
to
In a
give our
perfect
money
world, it'd be like
all
that,
over
but
the
it's-
place, but that's just ridiculous, man.
They use everything as a tool to
Poker
get
chip,
what they
poker
want.
chip,
Both
poker
sides
chip.
do. Both sides
Oh,
do.
absolutely.
Yeah, so-
Absolutely.
And she said, "Back at you." The love is reflecting back at us, man.
The love.
From Aunt Kay. Yeah. Okay. So what do we got next here? Oh,
What do we got?
What do I got? Yeah, I gotta shrink this down so I can see the other tabs. Okay. So, oh yeah, the long COVID story. Good Lord. Yeah. Millions of Americans have long COVID. Many of them are no longer working.
Yeah, they're having a
Is what the
problem
story says.
focusing, man. This girl, she couldn't go back to work because she just could not focus on it. In her field, you have to have that level of focus, and her
Mhm.
heart rate would go up, temperature would spike, and anxiety, and that's what a roller coaster that's got to be, right? So
Says Linders really noticed problems with her brain when she returned to work in the spring of and summer of 2020. Her job required her to be on phone calls all day, coordinating with health clinics that service the military. It was a lot of multitasking, something she excelled before COVID, and apparently it's affected her to where she can't work anymore. That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
and it just shows that this thing, it's an individual thing, like most things are, how it affects you, and
Yeah. If your body can't battle it off, it could
sure.
definitely mess
And
you
then,
up.
the
No doubt.
vaccine that we're taking, some people are adversely affected. I mean, I've had all the shots, and we're current on our boosters, and thank God, I haven't had any ill effects. But
Yeah.
some people are not so lucky, man. So
Yep.
there you go.
Let's see. You have she says, Aunt Kay says, you have a cousin who had that just back to teaching. She
Yeah.
says, just back to teaching. Just back.
It's
So
tough.
that's
Tough.
it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
I had it, and it lasted for a week. Actually, I mean, I got back to work a week after.
Let's be clear, guys. He didn't have long COVID. He had COVID.
No,
Yeah.
no. I just had COVID.
Mhm.
But the 1 week was tough. When I went back to work, the energy level, it took another week for the energy level to come back. So I'd say about 2 weeks I was good to go. So,
Mhm.
but that was my experience. Now, our good friend back there in Louisiana, Dwayne, he really struggled with it. He struggled with the shot, and so it affects people in different ways. That's for sure.
Yep. All right. Let's see. The next one we got here is Small Town Republic's telling Kay hi. Nancy Pelosi's husband, Paul, pleads not guilty over DWI crash. Excuse me, DUI. I'm used to DWI. That's what it was called when I got arrested for it back in the day.
So we relabeled that, Joe Johnson.
Yes, yes. They always relabel things. It's like they always play with the language like, World War II is shell shock, and now it's PTSD.
Not a recession. So
right? Yeah, not a recession. No, nothing like that.
nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here, right? Yeah, yeah.
Please,
Nancy Pelosi.
nothing to see here.
He's saying, while I get my insider trading done, I had a little
Right.
fender. What am I gonna do? Who cares?
Left the other driver injured, and he's pleading not guilty. Oh
There you
man.
go.
Well, we'll see how that plays out for him. We'll keep an eye on that for you, folks.
Oh, and nothing will happen to that guy. Nothing. I mean, come on, bro. Let's get
Now here's
real,
some
man.
sad news here, though. Another crash. U.S. Representative
crazy,
Jackie
right?
Wolowski and 3 others killed in Elkhart County crash. Let's see. The Elkhart County Sheriff's Office released a statement Thursday morning saying it had been wrong about the direction in which each vehicle was traveling and about which vehicle crossed the center line. The vehicle Wolowski rode in was traveling north, not south, and crossed the center line, police now saying. So that's a shame. Yeah, you hate to see this. Anytime that happens.
Did they say what time of day that was?
12:30, around 12:30 p.m.
Oh wow, in the
police.
afternoon?
Yep.
Golly.
The vehicle Wolowski rode in was driven by Zachary Potts and crossed the center line for reasons unknown at this time, colliding with another sport utility vehicle going south. Yep. Don't know why.
It's depending on what kind of road. If it's like a farm road or something like that, some people have a tendency, and I did this when I was driving, to straighten the road. But you have to be looking down. You don't want to do that on blind corners, obviously,
No.
And sometimes, people do that. They drift and just to straighten the road instead of taking these winding turns. And
let's see. Small time Republic. What did he say? He said the main difference I had with it versus the flu, he's talking about COVID, was that it made me more tired than the flu for several days. Yeah, I can imagine.
I'll tell you, the flu kicked my ass. I mean, I had a worse experience with the flu than COVID. I mean, dude. For a good 2 weeks, I was beat down. Temperature, that temp lasted for days, and that wore me out. Wow. Much worse than COVID. That was my experience.
Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, we got this in just before we came on air. I didn't get to read the article, but the headline is, I love this guy, and sometimes his stances get him in trouble. And Alex Jones ordered to pay Sandy Hook parents more than $4 million.
Boy, he was way out of bounds on that one.
He got sucked into his
easy way to say something.
No, there isn't.
He was way out of bounds on that.
He let his passions get a hold of him. Let's see.
He's gonna pay for that shit.
Well, to the tune of $4 million.
Yeah, no doubt.
A Texas jury on Thursday ordered conspiracy theorist Alex Jones to pay more than $4 million in compensatory damages to the parents of a 6-year-old boy who was killed at the Sandy Hook Elementary School massacre, marking the first time the InfoWars host has been held financially liable for repeatedly claiming the deadliest school shooting in the U.S. history was a hoax.
That's like people saying the Holocaust was a hoax, man. What is this guy thinking? Well, he's gonna get what he deserves now. I mean, that's just ridiculous. I mean, have an opinion, but have an informed opinion anyway.
Right. Okay, that's to that family. I don't know who else is suing him, but apparently to this particular family, he's getting $4 million, and he's going to appeal that. I'm sure he's going to, but I don't think he's going to win, guys. He really, if you know the history of this story, he really messed up there. You can claim a whole lot of stuff, and a lot of the stuff the guy reports on ends up being in the national news within 6 months. But that, crisis actor thing, he got a hold of through somebody. Just he went way out of left field on that one. He shouldn't have even gone down that road.
Nope.
And if you watched any of the story when it was developing, it looks like his passions just got the best of him, and he's going to pay for it now, because you can't, with the microphone he's got, you can't do that. You just can't do that. So I hate it for him. I do. Let's see. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. Excuse me for a second.
No excuse.
Al is.
No.
What do we got?
What do we got?
Al's letting me know that it's that time. It's that time when Lennox Lewis and Mike Tyson let us know, hey,
turn out the lights.
It's time to turn out the lights.
The party's over.
The party is over. That's it,
smoke.
Man. I mean, just one of the most.
How did he not kill that guy?
Beautiful 1-2s that was ever thrown.
That was
ever.
bad. I mean, that was awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome right there.
Yes, it
took
is.
The guy's head off, but that 1-2 is.
That 1-2 is devastating, no doubt. So, boys and girls, this is where we give our parting notes for tonight, and I'm gonna let my brother start off, because I've got, my parting note is going to be self-promotion from here until the end of the month, pretty much. So we're going to let Danny start off. Right?
Oh, we just want to talk about old Bill Russell. I mean, the Celtic Nation lost its greatest champion. I mean,
greatest,
right
no
here,
doubt. And I'm so glad he said that. There's no doubt. Yes.
I mean, I'm a huge Bird fan, but this guy was their greatest champion. You're talking about 11 titles. You're talking about the first black head coach in the NBA. You're talking about the only player coach to win the title. Only one. This guy came from, I mean, he's a great ambassador for the game. Was loved by a lot of people. And these talks that go along all the time. Who's the greatest? Jordan, LeBron James. This guy is the greatest freaking NBA player ever to play. Only guy to win the title as a player coach. 11 titles. And, he did that in the Walton era. Oh, the Will Chamberlain era. Will Chamberlain.
Well, he and Will Chamberlain changed the game. I mean,
all I'm saying, Joe John, is Will Chamberlain was touted as this great big man. Nobody ever seen anything like Will Chamberlain, in the middle, as athletic as he was, and as great as he was as a scorer, he could not get past Bill Russell and the Boston Celtics. They wore them out. That's Jerry West. That's Will Chamberlain. Those Bill Russell teams were just dominant.
Yeah,
and he did that through sheer will. This guy was a hell of a defender. He ran the floor like nobody's seen a big man run the floor like he did.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a great facilitator to his team. He was asked, how come he didn't score more? He didn't need to. That was not his role. He understood his role. He could have scored more. But the guy was just a great teammate, a great player, a great person, man. We lost a shining light. And again, Celtic Nation lost its greatest champion, Bill Russell. Rip, brother. Godspeed.
And somebody that knows a little bit about basketball, RK, is saying absolutely.
Absolutely. There's no argument.
She played
there.
basketball in high school. I remember that. Yeah. What I was going to say, Dan, was a lot of you younger guys have probably heard them refer to the top of the circle at the foul line as the top of the key. And there's a reason for that. Back in Bill's day, when he started, the lane was much thinner and it made it look like a key. They had that big circle around the foul line and a thin lane. Him and Will Chamberlain, they changed the rules of the game because of those two guys, because you couldn't get a shot off.
Yep.
So they had to widen the lane all the way out to the edges of that circle. That's why to this day, they still call it the top of the key, but they changed it and widened it out because of those two guys right there. And
Yeah, the NBA lost a real
well,
ambassador.
if you watch the NBA
Great
Finals,
human
this
too.
is the guy that delivers the championship to the winning team every
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
Why? Because he won more than anybody else.
Anybody.
Anybody. Whenever young guys tell me that LeBron or Michael are the best players ever, I'm like, really?
No.
When they win 11 championships in 13 years,
You know what I mean?
when they change the rules of the game because of them,
Player
and when
coach
they're
to win the title.
and when they're the head coach of the team and the starting and on the starting rotation, you let me know.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure. And on case and no 3-pointers back then. Yeah,
Right.
no doubt. They didn't have a 3-point line back then. No doubt. Yeah, we lost a great one. And I forgot completely. I thought I put it in there, but I did want to show you guys. I'll make a part of my parting thoughts. I'll throw this up there. Just take me a second to get it. Where is Twitter?
Mm.
Find Twitter real quick. Let me see if I can find it real fast, like it was the other day. There it is. There it is. There it is. Well, that's close to. Yeah, here it is. Hang on, relax. We lost another great one in Nichelle Nichols, and
Yeah.
the Star Trek Online community.
Yeah.
Whenever this is the Star Trek Online video game community put this statement out. The game developers did. They said, "Words cannot express the pain we feel at this loss. The world has lost one of its best and brightest lights today. Farewell, Nichelle. Thank you for breaking new ground, for brightening our hearts, and for always being a source of joy." And in the online game, and if you guys don't know, she was Uhura on the original series and in the original cast movies. She's a fantastic girl. And in the online game, they were doing tributes to her all over the servers. They were telling everybody what stance to take so they could put the little torches up. And as you can see by these pictures, they had tributes to her all over the servers. It was pretty cool. Gamers do some cool stuff. They do, and they love their heroes, no doubt about it, man. So, farewell to those two. The great Bill Russell and Nichelle Nichols. Two great African Americans that were very influential. Both of them were. All right, let's see. Of course, I'm going to finish up with promoting the. Let me get this banner going on the bottom of the screen.
Get the banner going at the bottom of the screen,
the banner going, bro. Of course, GeekCon is coming, and I'm actually going to show you guys. You think I should show them my trailer for the channel, or
show them your trailer, bro?
You think I should? Okay, I'll show them the trailer here in a minute.
Come on.
But the lineup for the Comic-Con is pretty good. They got Matthew Lillard, who's a fan
cool,
favorite.
Dug that
Skeet Ulgerich. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but you guys can go to geekcon.com to find all of this information. And I absolutely love the damn cosplay this girl has on the front page. I think that Falcon one is really cool. But the reason why I'm pushing this Comic-Con is because my wife has a booth out there for Barkus and Meow, as you can see on that trailer on the bottom of the screen there. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to be selling the first promotional stuff for my comic book, The Privateer.
What's up, man?
And I'm going to show you some of that artwork now. Let me get this up so I can show it to you. Let's see. I believe. Bear with me. I got it. Little Jeopardy, Dan. Hang on. Let's take a look at these real quick. Yeah. Okay. Hang on. I got it. Video file. I know exactly where the video file is, so it won't take me 3 years to find.
Oh my god!
Let's see. Here it is. Okay,
I think
guys.
everybody left already.
They might have left already, but look, enjoy this. This is my new trailer for the channel, and it's got all my artwork for the posters that I did that will be available to Comic-Con for $20, $30 signed. Check
This
it
what's
out.
up.
Oh, wait. See, I'm boomering it. How you guys doing? Good to talk to you. I'll be monitoring the chat while I work. There's no sound. I guarantee you there's no sound. I've decided I'm going to go ahead. I could be
Wow,
wrong.
that was impressive.
Shush up.
Awesome. Self
Now there is
promote.
sound. Process of doing the comic book. So that's Danny playing guitar back there. I hope you enjoy. I'm going to be doing my sketches. You see here, there's some of my artwork that's already on. It's on display there in a slideshow above my base camp. After losing my career to the Coof in 2021, I decided to bet on myself, invest a little money, get a computer that was worth doing video editing on, and start developing my passions here on YouTube. Started this channel back in 2008, and now you'll be able to see me stream weekly on Sketching the Privateer, a show where I show you the development of my comic book that's been in the works for 20 years. The Brothers Hack the Matrix, an everyman talk show developed with myself and my brother Hylunder over conversations we had during his commute home. And Papa Joe Gamer up way too late, an older gentleman trying to stay up on his nights off, playing some video games, having a few cocktails and a few fails. I hope you guys enjoyed the channel, and until I see you again, keep on keeping on. And there you go, man.
That's
There
pretty
you go.
cool, man.
I
A lot
like
of good
it.
artwork there, man.
Yeah, we're
You did
gonna
a
have
good
those
job on
posters.
that. You did a really good
appreciate
job
it.
on that.
I appreciate it a bunch, man.
Very professional.
Very professional. Is that what you're saying?
Very
Professional?
professional. Yes, sir.
Yeah, they
Si,
ended up
senor.
good. We were kind of worried about that, and ended up being pretty nice. The stuff we ended up with. They're 16 by 20 posters, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what the reaction are to them. Let's see. Anke says, "Great guys." All right. Well, listen, we fitting to get out of here, boys and girls. It's good to see all of you. Thanks for supporting the show.
Absolutely.
I was kind of dragging there, Dan, because
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
like and subscribe to the channel, boys and girls,
That's it, man.
because eventually it's going to take off like gangbusters. No, I'm just kidding. But listen,
It could happen.
it could happen. Any parting words for him, Dan?
That's it, man. God bless everybody. Thank you for joining us, and I hope you had fun, and be safe out there.
And all I got to tell you is the same thing I tell you every week. Until I see you again, keep on keeping on. God bless you, folks. and we are